Hi guys, it's Million Harry here, and today we'll be talking about some reasons why Nigerians are leaving Canada. So Nigerians are leaving Canada in large numbers. But before I said, I would like to ask, have you thought about leaving? For those that stay in Canada, have you thought about leaving Canada? Let me know in the comments. And also, please make sure you stay to the end because I'll share some solutions for those that are staying in Canada, or should I say, those that are new in Canada. So number one on my list here is the high cost of living. Yes, high cost of living. I believe maybe most of you already know that, but yes, that is one reason why some Nigerians are leaving. And not only Nigerians, like a lot of people actually living, right? So high cost of living, the rent, groceries, transportation, like things are really getting expensive. Groceries, the price now is something else. Unlike how it was some years back. Even transportation, everything is going up. Some people work multiple jobs, just to survive. And even at the end of the day, they will find out that this is still not enough because there are so many bills to pay. You have your phone bill to pay for those that are paying car notes, a lot. And guys, we have our taxes here. It is something else. Like we pay different. We have HST, GST, like different taxes. And it's not just small money. It's like how it is here. The more you work, the more you are giving to the government. That is how it is. So sometimes people just work and work and work because they want to pay their bill. And it does not really make sense if you come to think about it, because some people, they often work and forget themselves. Some families, some parents, they work, they don't even have time for their children. They have bills to pay, and you know how the bills are paid here. For those that already know, but for you that don't know, we pay bills monthly here. It's not like Nigeria that you pay yearly, or maybe you can even pay upfront if you have enough money. But here we pay all of our bills monthly. So you see how some people are struggling here. And even because of that, you're not even able to build like a work life balance, right? Because of, work. It's like you're doing same thing every day, every time, from work to maybe those are students to school, from school to your house to work. It's just like you are doing the same thing again and over again. So there's this family I came across when I was doing this research. They moved to Indonesia, and this was one of their reasons. And funny enough, they are not Nigerians. For you to know that it is too routine, that they were tired of same thing every day. Another person also complained that from work to the gym, that he just had to leave for his own mental health. So number two here on my list is immigration struggles, immigration issues. In the past year, there's been a lot of immigration changes. They are trying to see how to reduce the number of immigrants coming, even the ones that are here because of the economy issue, right? So and because of that, it has affected a lot of international students and foreign workers. And that has also made them, just to go back home because they don't have any other way. They just had to give up and, okay, go back home. Some students are unable to apply for PRO. Even the workers, they're unable to apply for work permits or renew their work permits. So instead, they'll just have to go back. Recently they were questioning the immigration minister because about 76,000 international students might be facing deportation because their program will be ending by the end of this year, 2025. So that means we'll be expecting more people leaving Canada maybe before or by the end of this year. So that is also another issue that is making people or Nigerians leaving Canada. And for my number three here is the harsh weather and loneliness. Guys, the winter depression is real. Let me not sugarcoat it. And also depends if maybe you are alone. So for some people that have family. So there's this lady with her kids that also relocated back to Nigeria recently. She was so fed up because she has two kids and she's married, though her husband is there. But now, like unlike when you are back home, or when you have somebody, maybe like an extra help to help you, that you know that, okay, this person's job is just to assist me with the kids, with the house chores. It's different from maybe you and your husband, you go to work, or your husband goes to work, right? So she was just so tired. And again, I think she was diagnosed with an illness, and she was like, you know what, I think I need some time by myself. I need to prioritize my time. I have to go back home because back home I have a lot of people. My mom is there, my siblings are there, even relatives are there that will be assisting me with the kids, and that way I'll be able to make out time for myself. So, guys, it's not only those that are single that will be lonely or that this loneliness is affecting right in Canada. So, even people that are married, for you to know how hard it is, right? That's why I gave you that example, like just for you guys to understand how it is, especially during the winter. So, just imagine more than 6 months that is cold all through. It's something else. So, there's another student, international student, that also went back to Nigeria. She relocated back to Nigeria because she was like, she was fed up, like nothing to do apart from work because she was done with her school, nothing to do apart from work, and she lives in a basement. So when she was talking about how it was during the winter, usually basement is cold. Then on top of winter, it is very cold, and she didn't have anybody to talk to. She doesn't have friends. And guys, because of the different kind of shifts, right? So most people, maybe their friends are in the medical field, they won't be able to call them because of their different work schedule. That's also another thing that is affecting people, that also contributes to loneliness because their friends might be definite because their friends might have like different schedules from them, so when they will have like time to maybe want to chill and relax with their friends, like maybe the other person will be working, right? So they won't have that time together. Or let's say, okay, if they still have friends in Nigeria or outside Canada, because of the time difference, they won't be able to also relate with them. So most people are left lonely like that, right? And again, because of the cultural difference, isolation is there. Unlike Nigeria, that that you can rapport with anybody, you can just anybody. Even sometimes, I don't even know how the time is. I used to say that, say, it's like Nigeria time. Like, because during in Nigeria, like we have more time compared to here in Canada. Because in Nigeria, even after work, you can do other things you want to do. Sometimes you can even go and visit maybe your friend or a family member. Sometimes you can even still hang out with your friends, even though you're going to work the next day. Like there's still time, but it is different here. I feel those people that say, okay, because of it is lonely, nothing to do, right? Like it's just like what I said about the work, right? It's just like the same routine. You go to work, you come back, there's no time for social life. So people just got fed up and like, I need to go because that can also lead to depression. Before it turns to something else, they just had to, make up their mind and say they are going home, no matter what people will say. Because some people will be like, you are going back home when others are wanting, are trying, and making all efforts to come to Canada. So these people were like, they don't care what people will say. They just had to make up their mind and they went back home. Number four is the job market. Like after the COVID, with the whole inflation that affected the cost of living in Canada, and that has also made jobs not available. And some of these people, like some of these immigrants, they feel like they don't have job security. So I'm going to share a story with you guys from one of these Nigerians that relocated back home. This lady also, she was an international student. When she finished, she left her place where she was and went to a bigger city, for okay job, hoping that okay because this is a bigger city, she'll be able to get a job on time. She couldn't get a job on time, but finally she got one that she was managing, and again she got another job. So she had to leave her old job to start this new job, like, okay, a better opportunity. So, fortunately, after 2 weeks, so this is according to her story that she shared. So, after 2 weeks, they had to drop her. And you know the reason they gave her? They said, sorry, unfortunately, we found a better person, like a better replacement. Can you just imagine? Is that even fair? And she left her old job because of this job. So, because usually when somebody starts a job, they give you time, like, okay, after 3 months or after 6 months, if you don't do well before they will, stop you, they will give you their reasons and they will stop you. I've forgotten what they call the time. Please, if you know what I'm talking about, you can also leave it in the comment section. There's a name they call that period. So that period, everybody, like as a new staff, as a new employee, you have to be very careful, right? So that you don't do something that will make them drop you. But this was after 2 weeks, and there was no valid reason. They just had to stop her, and because they said they had someone that was more valuable, so I don't know, for the position, so they had to stop her. So the girl, she felt so bad because it was difficult for her to get the job. We're saying right now, like jobs now, it's not really unlike before in Canada that you can easily get job, but now it is something else. So finally she got that job and you stopped her for that reason. It was heartbreaking, and she felt, she was like, she felt rejected. She felt it was that they were racist, because maybe she was black and name. I think she had a native name also, like she was answering her native name. And she also mentioned something about somebody told her, because after that time, she was looking for another job. So somebody told her, okay, put your English name as the first name instead of your native name. So she was like, is that the reason why? So in my mind, I'm like, are you serious? So because of names, like they are not looking at names to employ somebody. It's no more if you are qualified, or it's no more if you have what's it called? Experience or not. It's by names. I was actually shocked and disappointed. It's not fair. She didn't mention the name of the company, but as of that time, she was like, she didn't even know if she should sue the company or not. But if she wants to sue the company, that's also another money and maybe stress again. But yes, she has every right to sue them, because that's not fair. You can't just stop somebody after 2 weeks, and she left the other job. So according to her, she stayed for 6 months, before she got another job. Luckily for her, was disciplined enough to be able to have enough savings to that kept her for that 6 months. Lastly, some of these people, they get better opportunities elsewhere. Maybe in the US, they get a better job. In the US, they have lower taxes compared to Canada, right? You can actually work there and you will know how much you are earning. Compared to here, like I said, the more you work here, it's like the more money you are giving to Canada government. So it's not like that in the US. Not that they have taxes, but it's not as high as the taxes they take out of our paycheck in Canada. So most of these people, they might get better opportunities or better jobs, in other countries like Dubai, UK, US, and they'll decide to just relocate. Why some might just say, you know what, I'm going back, I don't care, I'm going home, I can do business or apply until I get another job or something. I am going back home, that I know that I'll be more relaxed, I'll be accepted. That's another thing. I will not be judged by my accent, or I will not be judged by my color, or I will not be judged by my name. Before you make any decision like this, make sure you have your passports because some of all these people, they do have their passports, apart from the two international students I talked about. But some of the families, like the ones that have children already, most of them, they have their passports, so they can actually come back or travel anywhere, or go back to any other country to settle down. All right, guys. So I said I'm going to talk about some solutions. So number one is make a budget. If you're doing Canada, maybe as an international student or a foreign worker, that's still trying to figure your way out in Canada. So making a budget is one thing, because that way you'll be able to know exactly what you want to get. And when you get to the store, you won't overbuy things. You buy only the necessary things. Okay. And also try to shop from wholesale stores. Yeah. So in Canada, we have, wholesale stores. Try to look for anyone around you. Buy things in bulk, buy things when they're on sale. So we have some sales period. Even some stores, they run random sales all through the year. You can check them out. You can even check them online first. Most of these stores, they have their online accounts or websites. You can check them online for maybe when they are on sale. Then you go out to shop. And also for transportation. Okay, so it's advisable. I think I've also made a video like this here in my channel. You can check that out. That was more detailed, how to survive in Canada. So you can, for transportation, mostly use the bus. All right, so there is a card you can get, for student, international student, you can get the international students bus pass for some discounts. And if you want to use Uber, there's Uber Pool, whereby you can share the amount with maybe two other people or maybe one person, that way you can also save some cash. Lastly, cook at home. I know sometimes we want to eat out. Yeah, that's fine. I also do that too, but it shouldn't be frequently. Most times, cook at home to help you save money when you cook at home. You're eating out fine, but don't make it all the time, right? Don't also allow peer pressure, because that's another thing. Yeah, you might be seeing somebody spending money, you don't know where they're getting the money from. They might have sponsor, somebody sponsoring them, they won't tell you, or because you didn't ask, you're not looking from afar, you want to be like that person. No, Just sew your coat according to your size. That's the general word I will have to say. Don't live above your means. In Canada, how to survive, you have to spend less. So don't spend more than what you are earning for your rent, for your phone bills, your transportation, feeding, allowance and all of that. Make sure you're not spending more than what you are earning. For rent, if you have to maybe share an apartment with other people for now, do it. It is just a matter of time. You will also get to that level of staying by yourself, you know. So that is that for some survival tips for the new. Let me know in the comment section. Would you believe it? I've asked this question before. Just let me know in the comment section. And generally, if you ask me if all these reasons are valid, I will say yes, they are actually valid. But with Akamuche, we can survive, and may God help us all right, guys. So I believe that will be the end of my video today. I want to see your comments, like, and share this video. Okay, guys. So if you are new here, please do not forget to subscribe to this wonderful growing family, and also click on your notification bells so you can get notified whenever I upload any videos. And for my returning subscribers, hey, guys, thank you so much for returning, and happy new year, because this is my first video of the year. Happy new year. How are you guys doing? May this year favor us all. Have a wonderful day, and thanks to all those that checked on me while I was on my sick leave. Anyway, guys, I'll see you all in my next video. Stay safe. Bye for now.